Good morning, grade 5s and 6s. So this is your work for today. I thought a lot about how I was going to present this, but you should actually already know and understand how to do this work. So I'm just going to go over the worksheets with you to make sure that you understand what we're doing here. Okay? So this is the grade 5 work, but grade 6s, pay attention because you're going to have similar work. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000s. That's what that word is, 10,000s. Then we have 3,000s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hundreds. We have 4 10s and we have 0 1s. This is important, the 0 1s, because when we're talking about a number that has 10,000s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. There's always 5 digits in numbers that have 10,000. So sometimes, like in this example right here, we don't have any of that one, but that doesn't mean we just ignore it. We still have to put something there. So in this case, we put a 0. 0, I don't have any of those. So my number is 5, 3, 8, 4, 0. Do not forget this comma. Starting from this side, you count 1, 2, 3, and then you put a comma. The number is not like this. This is wrong. That comma is not in the right place. This is only 1, 2. Always starting from this side, it's 1, 2, 3, then a comma. Don't forget that, okay? Then we have to write the number in words. So this is really simple. When we're writing numbers in words, we just use our commas to help us understand how to say the number. We know what this number is. This number is 53. So that's what we write, 53. And then we write the word thousand afterward, because that's what the comma means. It means thousand. And then we know what this number is. This number is 840. It's that simple, okay? So you just divide it up into its sections. Its comma gives it a section. You know this is 53, so it's 53. Then you just have to add the word thousand. Don't write 50 10,000s, 3,000s. Don't write 53,841s. No, just 53,000, then 841. Okay, this one you can do by yourself. That one's not tricky. I know you can understand how to do that, okay? Now, write the numbers in numerals. This is the same thing as up above. It's just now we've got something where we're missing, where we don't have the pictures anymore. Now again, we have 10,000s. As soon as we have 10,000s, we know we have a 5-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to have a 5-digit number. 10,000s is 5 digits. This is ones, this is tens, this is hundreds, this is thousands, this is 10,000s. You see how that's 5 digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? This is a requirement, okay? You have to have a 5-digit number for thousands. If you write a number that only has 4 digits, let's say 4, 3, 2, 0, that's not a number that's 10,000. That's a number that's 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, we're stopping at the thousands. See that? Okay, so if we have a number that's 10,000s, we have to have 5 digits. And in this case, we have 2 10,000s, that's the 10,000s place, and we have 4 hundreds. That's the hundreds place, right there. See that? Hundreds place, thousands place. So what do we put in all of those other places? We already talked about that. We put zeros. Okay, and then again, we've got to have that comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. Not 1, 2, 3, comma. Not starting here. That's wrong. We start from this end. 1, 2, 3, comma. And our number is 20,000. You don't have to write this down, but I'm writing it down so you understand. 20,400. See that? See how simple that is? 400. So simple. Okay? You can do the rest of these on your own. So remember, if we have a 10,000 number, there's always 5 digits. If we have a 1,000 number, it's always 4 digits. If our number is hundreds, we have 3 digits. If our number is in the tens, we have 2 digits. Of course, if it's the ones, we have 1 digit. So that also means if we get bigger, which we're not doing in this, but let's say we go to 100,000s, then we have to have 6 digits. And again, comma, really important. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, the comma would be there, but I don't need that because there's nothing on the other side of it, is there? Okay. So down here in the next section, we're writing the number in expanded form. Okay, so you can see right here, this 5, my pen stopped working. There we go. This 5, that's in the thousands place. And sure enough, we write 5,000. The 4 is in the hundreds place. We write 400. So the 2 is in the 10,000s place. So we're going to write 20,000. In other words, here is 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. So we have 4 zeros. Here there's 1, 2, 3 digits behind the 5. So we have 3 zeros. Okay? Now, so that's really simple. Shouldn't be a problem, but I'm going to give you one more example just to make sure that you get it, my grade 5s, okay? So let's say I have 24,682. If I'm going to write that in expanded form, I have 20,000, that's the 2. You know what, let's not do a 2 because we already did a 2 last time. Let's do 49,000, there we go, sure, 49,000. So this is 40,000. 4 in the thousands place, you see 0, 0, 0, 0. Plus 9 is in the thousands place. 4 was in the 10,000s place. So we're going to write 3 zeros. 9,000. See, 9,000. Then we're going to write 600 because now we're in the hundreds place. Then we're going to write 80 because we're in the tens place. And then we're going to write 2 because we're in the twos place. And look at the magic of this. If I write this the other way, like this, all the numbers that I showed you, sorry, it was supposed to be 600 and I wrote 6,000. Look what happens when I add those up. 2, 8, 6, 9, 4. We get back to our original number of 49,682. Okay? Really simple. None of this is particularly tricky. Now, what's the meaning of each colored digit? Meaning, you already know this because it's what you did up here. It's just you're doing it for this. So this is a 2. So let's go back to my 49,682 because I don't want to give you all the answers. What does 6 mean? 6 means 600. What does 4 mean? 4 means 40,000 because it's in the thousands place and there's 4 of them, so you have 40,000. 6 means 600 because it's in the hundreds place and there are 6 of them. Okay? Now, this next section is a section a lot of kids seem to have trouble with. You need to follow the pattern. You're going to go down like this and then you're going to write that number. Then you're going to go here and you're going to write that number. Then you're going to go up and you're going to write that number. Then you're going to go sideways and write that number. Then you're going to go down and write that number. You see what we're doing here? Then this continues to go down and it goes sideways, but you don't need to worry about that. Then we go up, we write that number and that number. Then we go sideways again and we write that number. Then we go down and we write that number. Continue to go down, then we go sideways, we write that. We go up, we write that. Up again, sideways. And some of you may be sitting there going, why is Teacher Miriam explaining all of that? And I'm going to tell you why. Because even though I've told all of you this, some of you are going to do this. You're going to go here, then here, then here, then here, then here. That's nonsense. I'm going to be really frustrated if I see any of you do that because I've just explained to you, don't do that. This is wrong. We're not going sideways like this. You're going in a pattern like this, going like a snake. Please make sure you go like a snake when you do this. Super, super important, okay? And then the same thing down here. You're going down, sideways, up, sideways, down, like that. See that pattern? You're following the ropes. This is connected here. So first you go down, then you go sideways, then you go up, then you go sideways, then you go down, then you go a funny kind of sideways direction like that, see? Okay? So grade 5s, this is your work. You will find this work in the material that got given to you on the weekend. Make sure you do this right away. It's due first thing tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. I expect you to hand it in. Sorry, not 5 o'clock. It's due first thing tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I expect you to hand it in on Google Classroom. That's a requirement, so you take a picture using Google Classroom. All right, do not hand it in late. You have time during this class period to work on this. Do not waste that time. If you use your time wisely, you will get this work done and you won't even have to do any of this in the afternoon. Also, if you have any questions, I will be available on the phone, okay? So don't hesitate to call me. All right, grade 6s, this is your work, all right? You have much the same thing here. You're writing the numbers in words. So let's do an example of that. 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 9, 1. Sure, okay? Just like I was showing for the grade 5s, you divide this with the commas. Just like that. So, see, this is 6 million, because that's the millions place, which I think you guys should all already know again. Okay? So not 6 millions, just 6 million. Then you go 783, because that's what this is. This is 783. You can look at that and you can see it's 783. That's really simple to see. The stuff I have in the box, that's 783. And then you add the word 1,000, because that's what this comma means. This comma means 1,000. So you've got 6, and then you have a comma, and that comma means million. So that comma is our million comma. Then you got 783, and you got another comma. That comma is our 1,000 comma. And then we finish up with 291, which is exactly how you would say this number. You've known how to write 291 since you were in grade 2, I think. Really simple, okay? So that's what it is. All you have to do is remember, divide each section into its own individual boxes. What's this? What's that? What's the other thing? And each comma means something specific. This comma here means million. Let me change color on that. This comma here means million, and this comma here means 1,000. So you say those words. You say the word million, you say the word 1,000, but other than that, you just say the number. You say the number 6, you say the number 783, you say the number 291. Really simple, okay? And then for these questions right here, it's just the same in opposite. But remember this, just like when I was talking to the grade 5s a little earlier, and I hope you watched that, remember that we have digits, okay? Now, first things first, I'm going to cross out this because I don't want you to worry about that right now, okay? I want you to pay attention to our digits. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits. When I have a number that has the word million, it's always going to have 7 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will have 7, okay? That means you might have to put zeros on some of the lines. You have to pay attention, okay? So I'll give you an example. I'm not going to write it out, but I'm not going to write the words out. I'm going to say the words, so listen carefully. But remember, we're doing a 7-digit number, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I would immediately put the commas in because that's going to help me, okay? Remember, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. Not 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. That's backwards. We don't do that. We always start on this side right here, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay, so I'm going to say a number and I'm going to show you how we write it. So let's say I say the number 4 million. Well, I already know 4 million because that's my million comma, right? 4 million. 820,000. Okay, we know that this is our 1,000 comma. So 820. See that? 820,000. And then we'll finish up with 42. Ooh, how do we do 42? Well, let's look at this section here. If I do 42 here, that doesn't work because that's 470. So we're not happy with that. Sorry, I wrote 47 instead of 42. If I wrote 42 here, that's not good. That's 470, not 42. We aren't happy with that. So how about if I wrote 42 here? Yeah, that's a 42. So what do I put in this line? I put a 0. Just like that, see? So now we have 4,820,042. Okay? So that's how we do that section here. Now, These numbers are in expanded form, so we just have to squish them together, okay? I am not going to explain that to you. I think if you don't understand it, watch the grade 5 section, pay attention to that. It's exactly the same as expanded numbers. Exactly the same as expanded numbers in the grade 5 section. It's just you're going the opposite. These are already expanded, so you're just trying to squish them together, okay? All right, what is the meaning of the colored digit? We already talked about that too. That 5 is in the thousands place. So we have 500,000. Again, comma is important. 500,000. And finally, this one is probably the trickiest. So you have to pay really, really careful attention. Okay, this is a pattern that goes this way. All right, and if we look, we can see that the part of the pattern that's changing is this digit right here. See how the rest of it stays the same? So what are you going to put in here and what are you going to put in here on that pattern? But you also have a pattern that's going down like this. And this one's different. If you look at this pattern, you can see that this is the digit that's changing. See that? So you have to change those going down. So you have to write the rest of your lines in like that, okay? Then you also have a pattern that's going sideways like this, okay? And if you look at that pattern, you can see again, this digit is changing right here, okay? So what's gonna go in this line and this line, going sideways? My red line has nothing to do with my blue lines. My blue line has nothing to do with my purple line. Get what I'm saying? Each one of these is unique and independent. And then our last one goes sideways like this, and we have to see what's changing in each of those. Well, it looks to me like this digit is changing in each of those. See that? So we have to figure out what's going there. All right, so dark blue has a different pattern than light blue. Purple has a different pattern than red. Okay, they all have different patterns. And of course, there is actually one more pattern. There's the down one like this, but you've already solved it with your dark blue going one direction and your red going the other direction. So you probably don't have to do that, but you should check it to see if you actually understood it correctly. Okay, check and make sure those numbers actually make sense, because what's changing in this pattern is, there's two things changing on that pattern. Both of these digits changed, didn't they? Okay. So you have to pay attention. What happened? How come both those changed? What goes here and here? But of course, you've already solved them the other way, so it should be fine. Okay, so grade 5, 6s, this is your work. Grade 6s, you've got to do this work. It's in the books that you got sent home to you. Please get the work done. It's not too tricky. Okay, it's pretty easy work to get accomplished. It's due by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Late assignments are not acceptable. You have time in class to do this. And remember, most important of all, this is really, really important, call me. If you have any questions, I am available to help. I'm going to be there to help you out, so don't hesitate to call.